We are live.
Hi, Eldor.
Hi. Hi, Angie.
Is this live? I don't know if Michael can see this. Let me text him if we are really live. But now you can hear me. Okay, one view.
But it's still
view.
breaking. It's still breaking.
Really?
Yeah, it's still breaking.
Hilda is off. Hi. Let's just see how this thing goes.
Sorry. Hello? Yeah, Angie.
Yeah. You went off.
Yeah, sorry, I went off. Is it okay?
Gladys. It's working because I just saw Gladys on Ponquach's Hello Angie. So of course it's live. I see 7 views already. You're live. You're live. Hi guys. Hello everybody. So what's up guys? Welcome to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're an old subscriber, what's up? Gator and Angie. Geng. So the lady you seen on the screen, Mrs. Hilda Smiles. Mensa Adi. Before I introduce her, let me tell you how I know this girl, this lady. So we went to high school. Oh, hello, Ekia Kwenu. Hi, Lady G. Hi, Forgive. Oh, you guys are commenting nice. Hi. Hilda, can you see the comments?
Yeah, I can. Hi, everyone.
Okay, so you can also see hi, everyone. So this is Hilda. We went to high school together. Is that high school? No, junior high school. Primary before junior. No, primary school together. So I knew her when she was just a little girl. When we all had no boobs, no ass, no shape. And not married. So I've known her for quite a while. And so now, Hilda, would you like to talk a bit about yourself? Let me leave her to introduce herself, who she is to you. Tell us about you.
I think you should do that.
I should do that. I should do that. Then if you give me the opportunity to do that, you're not about to finish. Because I can introduce you for like 20 minutes to the 1 hour. No. So yes, Hilda is a social worker. She lives in the UK. She's not in Ghana like how we grew up now. She's in the UK. She's a fun person. Hilda, what's your TikTok? You guys should go follow her on her TikTok. Like she's a TikToker. She's a TikTok girl. What's your TikTok name? Your TikTok handle, or how do you call it?
Yeah. It's Hilda Smiles.
Hilda Smiles. You guys go follow her and see. This girl can dance for Ghana. Hey, UK. Ghana, UK. And she can do that. She has a very fun TikTok channel. I'm trying to learn from her though. So yeah, so today we'll be talking about long and short distance relationship. And then we'll be sharing personal experiences. We've been married for like close to a year.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
We get experience. So they should come to us for advice. Yeah, so we both have different marriages for now. I live with my husband. Hilda doesn't. But I have been on a long distance relationship before. I'm telling you a secret. It didn't work at all. It ended in tears for me. Hilda, boss in the long distance thing. So now we're going to talk a little bit about Hilda. Hilda, tell us about your relationship. Let's talk about your relationship when you were dating your now husband, but then you guys were together for how long? Okay, like together, close and
8 years. We were together for 8 years. Yeah.
And how many years together? How many years apart?
So I think it's 8 years together, 2 years apart. Yeah.
8 years together. No,
Yes, 2 years.
together you've been 8 years together, 2 years apart.
Yes,
So
apart. Yes.
when you were dating, let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about the date. How did you survive dating apart? Because I'm going to tell you a story. I think Hilda knows this story, but most of y'all don't know this story. My now husband that I am married to, when we started dating years ago, like after we completed SS, he was in tech. I was in Accra here in GIG. Our relationship was for 4 years. We dated for 4 years. It was mostly he in Kumasi till he comes back, and then yeah, kasa phone so size always phone call. There was we at a point in time no calls the kind of so we broke up. Our relationship didn't work. We broke up. We went on hibernation. We waited when we came back together in the same crowd and we brought the relationship back. So for me, I don't know what I did that it didn't work for me that Hilda might have done that worked for her. So tell me about when you guys were dating, when you were in a relationship. What are some of the things you did that made your relationship apart stand and even lead to marriage?
Okay, so I will say that to me, I think dating is something like it's a tryout for marriage. Because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the person, it helps you to get to know the person more, helps you
Mm-hmm.
to get to know the person's likes, dislikes,
Yeah.
the person's strengths and weaknesses and all that. So these are the things
Yeah.
that you look out for when you are dating someone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the other thing is that I mean when you should have in mind that when you're dating someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get married to the person. Because
True.
now husband wasn't my first love, or like he's not the first person I've dated. I've dated so many guys out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so many guys out. So
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that I mean you're going to get married to this person. So you should have in mind that it's a try and error thing. If it works,
Mm-hmm.
fine. If it leads to marriage, fine. If it doesn't lead to marriage, you just move on. I mean, yeah. So that is it. And I also think that like in dating, I mean, when you're dating someone, the commitment is not that much. There's less
Yeah.
commitment and less
Mm-hmm.
seriousness because I mean you're trying something new, so you don't know what the outcome of it. So you just want to give it a try. So you don't put much effort to it as compared to when you are married. Or yeah,
Yeah.
when you're getting married or when you're married to someone. So to
Yeah.
me, I think what I did was that I mean, mine was more or less like communication. We were
Mm-hmm.
constantly communicating together,
Yeah.
and also trust. You need to trust the person you are dating, because without
Yeah.
that, there will be problems here and there. So you need to trust the person,
Mm-hmm.
communicate well with the person, and I think yeah, these things will help you in your dating
Will help
life.
you.
Yes, in your
Okay.
dating life. Yes.
Okay.
So,
So talking about the 2 years apart when you were dating, what
mhm.
really helped you guys move from even the relationship stage to the marriage stage is communication, especially, right?
The
I
communication,
think
especially.
that is true. Because
Yeah.
when my person was in Kumasi and then it got to a time that the communication wasn't so strong, that was when
Mm-hmm.
everything started drifting, drifting
Okay.
apart. Then because once it starts going a day, no talk, 2 days,
Yeah.
3 days, once in a while, then it becomes a problem. But
Yeah.
so now let's talk about your times together too. How was that? What was the things you were doing that made it so that when you even left the country, you guys were still dating for 2 years? Like,
Yeah. So I
mm-hmm.
think it all comes back to communication because when
Yeah,
I left, I mean, we had a goal in mind. The goal was to be together and eventually get married, right? Because looking at that stage, like I mean, 7 years of dating is no joke. So
yeah,
becomes whatever happens. I mean, you have to just cast your mind way back and then think about all the plans, the memories, and everything that you guys have shared together. So you just have to factor all those things out and make things work. Try as much as possible that you can to make or settle any differences that you may have. So communicating and then trust, I would say, and also, I
Yeah.
mean, what other thing is what other thing quite right? I think yeah,
Wait,
just communicate.
wait. Don't give us all the tips because we'll go to the marriage side of
Yeah,
what you are doing now that's keeping your marriage
yeah.
together, even though you guys are how many miles apart? How many? I
Thousand.
don't know.
I
So
don't know. I don't know.
so long apart. And it's
Yeah.
all basically through the internet, these
Mhm.
gadgets that you guys are still keeping your
Yeah.
marriage together. Now, let's talk about some of the benefits that the short distance relationship, the close relationship has that is not in the long distance. What are some of the things you miss in the when you guys were together? And now
Okay.
that you guys are not together, what are some of the good points, the good things about the close relationship that you miss?
Okay. So some of the things that I missed, right?
Yes, yes. Or some of the things that anybody will miss. Like I would say, for instance, in my experience, when we were
Yeah.
apart, I miss just seeing the person. When we started dating, this person had a shop in front of my house. I see him every day. Every day. Like I see him every day. He's there from like morning till 5, 6 p.m. I leave my house and go and sit
Uh-huh.
at the shop and we eat and all of that in his shop. So one major thing, the biggest change for me when he moved to Kumasi for school was the fact that we were not even seeing each other. There was no physical connection, no hugging, poop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. So about the long distance, right? Some of the things I
Mhm.
missed, I would say there's this feeling of loneliness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I make sense. Like you being apart from the person you are used to, it's very difficult. I mean, there are
True.
some times you'll be craving for physical touch and other things. I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
go out, see people kissing, doing things right in front of you. I mean, it's very difficult. It is very very difficult unless you have the spirit of God in you. Other than
Yeah.
that, I mean, you are it. The likelihood of you cheating is very high.
Yes.
Seriously,
Yes.
the likelihood of
Yes.
is very high. And the other thing is, I mean, there's this kind of jealousy, especially supposing maybe my let's say my husband, let me put it that way, tells me that maybe he's going out with the guys, group of guys, right? And
Mhm.
I'll be right. For me, I want to talk to him. I don't want. It's not like I don't want him to go or something like that. But in my head, I don't want him to go. But in this case, you can't say no, right? You just have to
So,
okay. And then when he
let me
goes,
tell you. Right. So just
yeah,
today is a holiday in Ghana.
yeah,
And then my husband at his workplace, they said, oh, they are doing 100 cities. Guys at the office after work, they
okay.
are going to where they said they were going.
Mhm.
I started feeling sick already. I'm not feeling too well. I need to go home and I need somebody to pick me and take me home. But I
Uh-huh.
don't want him to go because I'm coming to
Exactly.
sit here alone and do what?
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
I'm not going with my girls. So why are you going? Come and let's sit here.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like you don't
it's true.
go. You want the person to go, but at the same time, you want the person to be like chat with you or talk
With
to you.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes,
just
yes.
thinking that maybe he's going to do something. That kind of insecurity, it comes in
True.
when you're in a distance. Yeah, it comes
Long
in.
distance.
Yeah.
But there are also disadvantages or some, how will I say it? There are some downs or low sides. Hey, before I continue, hello, Hanifa. Hanifa has joined. Lady G says we are making good points. She's
Oh, thank
liking our flow. Anita says she's glad to be part of this meeting. Hey, we are talking. Hi, Anita. So yes,
Hi.
before I forget what I was saying, there are some lows or some not too high points in even when you are together
Mm-hmm.
relationship. Like sometimes, in as much as you want the person to be with you, sometimes you want to be alone.
Yeah,
You
free need your
be alone.
independent life. Like you
Like
need independence. Yeah.
I want to be here alone to do my video. So
Exactly.
I don't need my husband to sit close to me right now
Yeah.
doing my video. So that is also one thing that is an advantage to the long distance, I
Mm-hmm.
think. But it's not. It's kind of a disadvantage because the person is always in your
Always with
face.
you.
You meet each other. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's true. I mean, sometimes the person is always in your space. Sometimes, even if you are together, I mean, you just want him to be away from you for some time for you to do your things and other things. So, in that way, I mean, when you have a long distance relationship, that is when you start feeling like casting your mind way back, like I mean, we used to be together, we used to do things together and all that. You start to miss those things.
Those
But when
things.
I said the whole front, like the whole phone,
10. So, 10.
move away.
Give me
Yeah,
space.
yeah, move away.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is one of the things that's the short distance has kind of a low to. Besides that,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to your marriage. Now you are married and you've been doing this long distance for this while.
Okay.
What are some of the changes in the long distance when you were dating and now that you're married? What is different?
Well, dating is basically it's not really a thing, but marriage is a whole lot of commitment and all those things.
True.
In this case, I mean, you've made a vow to each other to stay together, to
Mhm.
be together till death do you part, right? So
Yeah,
I would say marriage is totally like it's a different ball game than
that's
dating. Yeah, because
besides that one. You know you've got to know where you're going.
yeah, that's the thing.
You guys are like stuck, so you better make this work.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's one thing about marriage. Like it's all about commitment. You being committed to each other, making sure that like I mean you've made a vow to God and your family and the church and everyone. So whatever it takes, you need to settle it. As compared to dating, I mean, even if you have a misunderstanding, you can choose to settle it or you can choose to move on. But marriage is do or die.
You have to
Do
solve
or
it.
do or die. Do or die.
You have to solve it.
Yes,
So
you
that
have
that that brings us to our next point, what we are going to be talking about. You're going to be telling us
to.
things that we can, because like I said, me, it didn't work for me. I tried so hard to make this long distance thing work. It didn't work for me. We ended up breaking up. But
Mhm.
looking at you, who is very close to me, you've done this for so long, and it's beautiful what you and your husband have. In fact, shout outs to Mr. Mensadi. Like, you guys are such a cute couple, even with the distance you guys have. So you have to tell us, give us the gist. What are some of the things that we can do to keep a relationship like this healthy, bubbly, fun, even with the
Mhm.
distance in between? What are some of the things you would say?
Okay, so personally, for me, I would say the the one thing that you have to do is you have to trust your partner or your husband or your wife. There should be trust in the relationship, and also I think the other thing is communication. Because without that, I don't think the relationship will be where it is now. If we
Mm-hmm.
were not communicating constantly, exchanging messages, doing all sort of things, vibing together and all that, I don't think we would have
So
been
how
here.
how
But
how how many times would you say minimum calls like you people should do in a day? Like
every
how many times?
hour, like no hour.
Every
I mean, I feel like hour is long. Come on, I can't. But like every 10 minutes, you guys should be chatting
Okay,
constantly.
so even if you're on your phone, you should at least be chatting and finding out what is going on with the person.
Yes, vibing
Maybe
together. If
I
you don't have nothing, you don't have anything to say. Just stay on the line. Like, yeah, just do that. Just do.
that
I,
communication is really, really important.
yeah, it's a lot of work, but I mean that is the only way to sustain the relationship. Without that,
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be any other way. Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
even if you are together
mm-hmm,
and you're not communicating, obviously the person will have to communicate elsewhere. But when you
else,
guys are always in a thing,
mm-hmm,
okay, somebody said the time difference is another thing that
yeah,
tests your relationship. So
true.
yes, time difference. So how do you do that? Your sleeping time might be some few hours. So
So
communication.
yeah,
Mhm.
so I think mine is just an hour difference. So
Okay.
it's not really that much as compared to people who are in China and other countries that have like 8 hours difference.
Mm.
It it all comes back to like, I mean, when you wake up, you just send a message. When maybe that by the time you're going to sleep, you will be awake by then. He will respond
Yes.
and chat a little bit before you go to bed, or you can call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only way. Yeah, I think that is the only way.
True. So the time difference can be a problem, but it means you have to make an effort to meet halfway. Yes. So even if you don't talk like at the same time all the time, there
Mhm.
sometimes sacrifice your sleep. He too will sacrifice his
Yeah,
early morning.
it's
And you
all.
meet in the 8 hours difference
Yeah, that's
and talk. And
yeah.
talk. So giving us 2 points so far. Trust, which you said is very, very important
Yeah.
because of course if you are not with the person and seeing everything the person is doing and you don't trust, you
Mm-hmm.
end up doubting everything. So
Everything.
you should have trust. I agree with that point. And then the second one you said is communication, right? So you've
Yeah.
given us two points. Hey, Lady G says she's learning a lot from our discussion. Go Hilda! Go Hilda! You see, this is why I wanted you here, and then I wanted it live because I really didn't get how you do it. I didn't get how you.
It's really not
So can,
not easy.
Mhm. Okay. So can
Yeah.
we move to the next? You've given us two.
Yeah. So I think the next one is what I have here is you should kind of talk dirty with each other. When I say talk dirty with each other, I mean though you are not. Oh my god! Sorry about my laughter. So talk dirty of with each other. I mean you are not there physically, but at least I mean to spice up the relationship or the marriage. Right now we're talking about
Yes,
marriage. So it's
girl.
to spice up the marriage or to help things keep going. I mean, you can try and say, I mean, nasty, like that kind of thing. Chatting. Come on, don't pretend. Don't pretend. Or maybe
It's
you can try and do a video call, and then I mean,
of
try and
course there
show.
should be some
Yeah, try
attraction.
and try and show your husband your boobs or anything. Like I mean, something to just spice the whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. At least that makes him yearning to see how what he's missing. Like it's like some intriguing, some insightful, some like teasing thing. You
that's
don't even if we are together, cause sometimes he wears some small shorts that you don't know. It's part of it. There should
yeah,
be
yeah.
some dirty or some coded things.
Yeah, it's
Hey, we are learning today. I need a full scarf, like so big to put it. Right. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So now that we know, I think three things. So
Mm-hmm.
trust, and then
Communication.
communicate, and then spice it up with some talks
Yeah.
once in a while.
Not
Okay.
once in a while, like every day. It can be every day. It doesn't have to be once in a while.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. So Claudia is saying it didn't work for her. So she left. The long distance didn't work for her. So she left. Claudia, you are not alone. It didn't work for me
Yeah.
too. But I don't know if we are doing everything. Of course, I didn't do everything that Hilda is saying now. I didn't even have the trust in the first place. Like I started even going out already. Like I was going out with whoever wanted to take me out to the cinemas. I started living as though I didn't have a boyfriend because where is he?
Uh,
Aha. So I didn't have the trust.
Mhm.
Oh, she said the person left her rather.
Oh,
She didn't leave. The person left her. Oh,
that is
well,
lost.
now we are learning a few things that we could do to make it better. So Michael is here and he says, long distance, your sister will start calling your girlfriend. He's talking about himself. Oh. He's talking about himself because whenever I can't see her, so she doesn't
Yeah,
exist. I call her
that
a ghost. So you see, this is something that is not it's not easy. We should get that. It doesn't work for so many people.
mm-hmm.
Yes. I think we are from the comments we are getting in all you can see that Hilda is not easy. It's
Yeah,
not
it's not.
easy at all.
It involves lots
It's
of
not,
work,
not
lots of.
easy to do. Yes, yes, yes. It's not at all. So we can take a cue or two. Any other
Yeah.
point you have for us? Because we are here for the Kokonsal. Me, I'm looking at my husband traveling like next week. So I need this. I need
Okay.
this for my I need this for my Lady G
Yes.
says she's watching this with her boo and they are both learning a lot.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you,
Okay.
Hilda.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the next thing is, I mean, you need to learn how to solve issues, either on the
Ooh.
phone. Yeah, you need to learn how to solve issues because I know most of the relationship don't work because I mean, in every relationship, one has to be a fool. You both can be wise. One definitely has to be a fool in it. So when something
Yeah.
goes wrong or one is at fault, one should be able
True.
to own up and apologize. But when you know might say we answer for nobody will be a patch or
Mm-hmm.
any those things. There's no way it's going to work. So one has to be a fool and then go like put away your pride, like Fatonche.
But that thing is hard.
Yeah, but like Fatonche, just let it go, and then even if you are the one at fault, you just have to go and apologize. And there are so many ways you can apologize. It doesn't have to be like you are going to say it verbally, but there are some things you can do to make amends. Like maybe you can prepare your husband's favorite meal, or I would say maybe you set the room in motion, like you kind of have some candles in the room, like scented candles in there.
So that
Scent-
we are not with you in the UK. You like this thing, pal. When you guys talk about decorating the room and make it like
oh
usually in our WhatsApp chats, this girl can send me pictures of rags to put in a chair and on the table and put this small pillow on your bed and your
no,
this girl is like particular about the setting. She's
yeah,
she's very
listen, like
particular about the setting. It plays a role.
yeah, it does. Even if he's very angry with you, when he comes back home and then he sees that you set the dinner table, you've prepared his favorite meal in the room, you set candles, scented candles, and everything, like maybe champagne with glasses and other things. Come on, he would definitely forgive you. There's no way he would say that. Still, I'm angry with you. It will help spice the relationship. So, in forgiving, I mean, later on, you guys can make amends. You know what I mean? So yes,
Forgiveness.
exactly. Yeah.
So Hilda, let me read a few of the comments.
Okay.
Let me read a few of the comments. Claudia said, with hers, the person traveled from Ghana to abroad. They had the
Okay.
same time zone, but
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, he made a decision. So she thinks
Wow.
the communication, the commitment should be two-sided. It should be that both
Yeah.
parties need to be
Mm-hmm.
committed. Because in her case, she was the only one committed. So that brings us to what are some of the signs that will make you know that this person is committed, and some of the things that I think, like communication you mentioned. If the person is not checking up on you,
Yeah.
the person is not thinking about you. So I think that is one of a sign that once there's long distance and then communication, yeah,
Mhm.
or
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yes.
true.
It's, so once I think then that was the best thing. If he left, he should go. If you are the
Yeah,
only one committed, you would go
it's really
on for a long time,
yeah.
still
It's good.
come to nothing. So hey,
Yeah.
life and browse. Hi. That's my girl. Hi, Cheryl. Okay. Now another person says, which is Lady G, she says long distance works for me personally because
Mm-hmm.
of my work, and I make sure I have a good time with him if he's around. Madam Good Time when he's around is Hilda. Like the memories they can do in a short period.
Oh
Memories
yeah.
they can do in a
Because I feel like
is like
I'm sorry. So I feel like you are not close to the person every day. You are not staying together. So once you see the person, I mean, you need to create so many memories so that even if you leave
mhm.
or become apart, you can still have those memories. You can just, even if you are bored or not doing anything, you can go through your phone, watch the videos that you guys made and all those things.
I
Yeah.
still
So
have your green video. I still have you guys your shirt, your green shirts video. It's one of my favorites.
yeah. So
Hilda is love. God. Nice, it's nice, it's nice.
yeah.
Okay, so yes, that means you need to make the most time
Mm-hmm.
when you guys are together, so that at least when the distance comes, you have something to cheer your re. To cheer your re. How do they say it in English?
I don't
High
know.
tights, to console you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move. Let's move. Let's move. What else do you have for us, Hilda?
So I think my other point is you need to know each other's schedule because you're not
Yeah.
together. So I mean, he should know what time you be going to work, what time you be closing. You need all these things comes to communication. You be communicating with each other as well. That maybe I'm off to work, I'll be
Yeah.
closing at this time. Maybe I'm going to a friend's party. It should work both ways,
Yeah.
okay? Work both ways.
Yeah.
You guys have a fair idea of each other's schedule and how it looks like.
Mhm.
So with that one, I don't think it's gonna create any much problem. So even if he calls you a certain time, he will know that maybe, oh, I forgot, like this time you are doing something or something like that. So you need to know each
Yes. Yes.
other's. Yeah.
Yeah. Though. I think it's
Yeah.
important.
Mhm.
Like you're saying, if he calls and probably you're at work, you
Mhm.
can't talk as much as you want to talk,
Yeah.
and
True.
so yeah. Once he knows, oh, around this time,
Mm-hmm.
my babe will be available. We can talk. I think it's good to have each other's schedules. It's
Mm-hmm.
good to have
Yeah.
each other's. What about then? Let me say, what do you think? I don't know if this is in relation to long or short distance thing, but
Okay.
what about social media? Is it okay to share like a social media something?
But to share us and come again.
As in, like you guys just have a posting thing. You're just doing social media.
Oh well,
Posting,
for
posting.
okay. So for me, it's you have to communicate with your partner, okay? Because there are some partners, some husbands and some wives who do not like social media or like being the profile of social medias and other things. So once you communicate and the person is happy with that, you can set
Yeah.
up an account, both your names, and then you can make videos. But some people like to go private. For me, I'm the social
Yeah.
media type. My husband is not. So it is very difficult. Sometimes when I watch TikTok videos, like couples making videos, like I crave for those things. Like I want to do this. But no. Sometimes I like
Have you
sometimes
have you seen my TikTok page? My
yeah,
husband is
so
not up for it. My husband is not up for it. So the quiz or whatever we did together,
yes.
not working at all. When we got married fresh, then I opened the TikTok
Mm-hmm.
page.
Yes.
I posted three and two. Those three, I think he was in the background of one. The rest, I put it
Yes.
together myself. If I want to post, that is solely on me. But dude is not interested at all in the social
That's
media
it.
thing.
That's it.
Like
That's
it does it. It does it. So our point, if I'm getting it right, we spoke about trust, communication, spice it up by talking dirty.
mhm.
What was the fourth point? What did I miss?
Learning how to forgive each other, I would say. Yeah. To solve
Yes,
issues.
learning how to solve issues.
Yeah.
About that, looking at the distance, solving issues with the distance barrier. Is it good to involve, let me say, third
Families?
party? Yes,
No.
family people. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Because I mean,
You know this particular point is very dicey for me because
uh-huh.
I don't. During counseling, they made us
Mm,
understand that yeah, the elderly people have experience, so they know everything you are going through. They've been through it, so it's not really all bad, and it's not everybody that wants to spoil your relationship. They are really looking out for how you guys can be better. So it's
mm-hmm.
good when things happen, you tell them. But then again, I sit and then my big sister, especially, she's like, what you don't know is what you are telling people is the image they are creating about your partner. So you
True.
think you are coming to get advice for
Mhm.
the advice, but then they are also thinking, who is this person you married? Like,
Yeah.
why is he this bad?
Mm-hmm.
And then you people will solve your problem, but then the person that you've been telling has now hated or has a bad blood with your person. Where now you are fine and you can't take it back. So what do you think? What do you really think about telling elderly people or third parties about your problems and how to solve it?
I think personally, I would say it's not a good thing to do, or it's not advisable. Because I
Mhm.
mean, you are two adults, right? Two grown adults, matured adults. So whatever it is, you guys should be able to solve it,
True.
right? It's not going to take a day or two. You should try and solve it in bits, other than you
Yeah.
going about people. Because as you said earlier on, if you go about telling people about the problems in your home, I mean, it's a whole lot. They end up, like I said, omumbu ukun, omumbu, they turn out not to respect your husband or your
Yeah.
wife. They say so
Yes.
many things about him or her to other people. So I would say it's better
Yeah.
to whatever that happens, like even if it's a long distance, speak on the phone. You can
Yeah.
spend hours on the phone, talk about the issue, try and resolve it. Because what can't you solve? If you can't solve it,
Yes.
pray to God, invite God, intervene, like let God intervene, let God come in it and solve it. Because
Yes.
I don't think it's right for you to be telling your families about problems at home, telling your church pastors,
Hey,
pastors.
the check one. Yeah. No.
No.
That's too far. No. Hey. Oh, but anyways, they give the counseling.
I
So
think
well,
I
I don't
think
know. Like I said, if you are doing it and it's not working, you need prayers, right? So
yeah,
where
you
is
need,
the prayers? It
yeah. So I think maybe you can discuss with your counselors as well, because I mean they
yeah.
are also there for you. So whatever problem,
Yes,
but
yes.
to me, I mean, like my husband likes it when we are having a misunderstanding, he wants us to solve it ourselves rather than telling someone else or
Someone
telling
else.
our some- something like that. So he prefer us solving it rather than going out, like involving a third party into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that is a very good point. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very good point. So in solving issues with a distance, even in person is hard.
It's hard, I know. You just have to.
And then on phone, like it's just on phone. What are you going to do to make the person calm down? Do you have to cry? Like,
No, I mean, you don't have to cry or do anything. I mean, it's all about just telling the person how sorry you are. And I mean, he or she should be able to forgive you. There now, yeah.
forgive.
If it is
Mm,
cheating is a different ball game together. It's different.
yeah,
But
the serious one.
like, like maybe you lied or you said maybe you were with your friends, right? And you told your
Mm-hmm.
partner, your husband that you were alone, and then he found out that you were with your friends. Like there's a bit of like lies in it, so you just have to
Yeah.
apologize. Then you move on. You settle. I mean, you move on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's read a few of the comments. So, Life and Browse. Cheryl says, "Hi, when are you inviting me to speak? Whenever you want to, Cheryl. You know, we even have a video pending." And then she goes again to say that, what if your partner's work doesn't really have a schedule? Into brackets, so they say, you know, there are some freelance people that their job is as and when. Once
Mm-hmm.
it comes, he
Yeah.
has.
He has to
So
go.
those that she's saying, how do you handle that? Stella Chanelli. Hey, Stella Chanelli. Hi. She says, Hilda, I'm just like you. She's just like you. I don't know if she's in the long distance relationship or how she handles her issues just like you.
Mhm.
And then Sarah says long distance relationship makes you appreciate the non-long distance relationship. True? Do you
Yeah.
agree?
Mm-hmm. It's
It makes you
true.
appreciate when you guys get together. Eh?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
It makes you appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. That is why, like you said, it's good to make the most out of it when you people are together.
Together.
Do you have
Yeah.
any other points for us?
So I think one thing, like, let me talk about like the positive aspect of short distance. So I think
Okay.
with the positive aspect, I mean, it's easy for you to build trust with your partner or with your boyfriend or your
Mhm.
girlfriend, and it helps you
Yes.
communicate well as well. And the other thing is, it helps you and
Yeah.
your boyfriend or girlfriend discuss about your future plans. When you're together, you talk about your plans, what you would like to do, your career, and other things, right? And another thing is, it helps you to know your partner's love
Mhm.
language. I don't know if you know about that, the love language.
True.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
five
Yes.
stages of love language, like the acts of
Yes.
service.
That is what you do. That
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Yeah, you were saying something.
can you explain love language? That is what you do that your partner likes. What
So there are
I
five
wanted to
stages.
get the love language right.
Sorry, so there are five stages of it, right? So we have the act of service. So the act of service is like maybe your husband or your wife bringing you breakfast in bed, or helping you in the kitchen, or something like that, like some form of supporting
Mhm.
you. Do you get it? And then there is
Yeah.
this words of affirmation like
Mhm.
compliment. "Oh, baby, you're looking nice today, you're looking pretty, I like your hair," that kind of compliment. you know it gives we the ladies the vibe. And I would say the other thing is quality time. Maybe
True.
the other thing is quality time. Maybe you
Yes.
a weekend away and go and spend it somewhere else. It helps you to have time for each other as well. And then the other thing is gifts. I mean, you
Hilda,
don't
we need
have
to talk about that.
come again.
We need to talk about that point. The
Which point?
love language. I
Okay.
think love language in general, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a very, very important aspect of every relationship that we take for granted. I would say, if you
Mm-hmm.
realize that the person you are with enjoys compliments, I think
Yes.
we should make a conscious effort to be
But
given the
it
compliments.
doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't.
No, it should
Just
be because it's a problem.
it's really a
It's
problem.
a problem.
Yeah, it's
Because if
true.
if I am somebody who appreciates us spending time together and you
Uh-huh.
are an introvert, you don't like us going out. That is
Yes.
my love language. Of course, we have
Mm-hmm.
a problem, but then you might not see the need of it. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important.
Yeah.
Maybe I value how they say the breakfast in bed out of the blue. I think, oh, the person is thinking about me. He's waking up early to make breakfast. And he also thinks, oh, what is that? You can wake up, there's Milo and everything in the kitchen for everybody to sit down and eat.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, true.
we really need to understand the love
Yeah.
language. Everybody's own is unique. You need to find out what is your partner's own and make a conscious effort to be
Mm-hmm.
doing it all the time. I
Yeah.
think once we don't prioritize it and make it like an important thing,
Mm-hmm.
we are doing something wrong. We
Oh
are
yeah.
doing something wrong. Because yes, if I wake up and I go and sew my cabin slits or wear my dress and I've done then you will say, oh, is that my wife? Let's take a picture together. You know,
Yeah.
it makes me feel like I'm even watching now. I want to stamp my foot on the ground so hard that people can hear that yes, I'm coming, I'm coming. You get
True.
it.
Yeah.
So it is.
It
It
is.
is.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so you were saying, please go ahead.
So, and the other thing is gifts. I mean, you don't have to wait. I mean, for it to be your partner's birthday or any special occasion, you can just. I mean, once in a while, maybe after work, you went to the shop, the supermarket, or anywhere, the clothing shop, or anywhere, and then you saw this nice thing, and you. I mean, you
Yeah.
thought that this will look good on or look good on my partner. So you just have to
Yeah.
get that thing, get the gift, and then bring it to your partner. It doesn't have to be a special occasion. I mean, it should be
Yeah.
something that
How
uh,
how how does that work for the long distance people?
well, with that, I think maybe once in a while you can send your partner something. Maybe if someone is going to Ghana or somewhere, and then you got something
Yeah.
for him, you can just give it to the person to be given to him. Yeah.
You know, recently was when I
Mm-hmm.
found out that so far I have is it a credit card or whatever they call it. You
Yeah.
can actually order from
Mm-hmm.
here once you get the link and order there. Our elder sister celebrated her birthday. We had to go
Okay.
and get somebody's credit card, put money on it
Yeah.
to order a cake for her. She was surprised. That was the last thing she was expecting, that people from Ghana would order a cake for it to be delivered for her. Somebody actually commented on my status that, did you use FedEx or DH? No, we didn't. We ordered from there. So, like you're saying, you can think about how to make these things possible, even
Yeah.
with the distance. I think everything can be done once you put your mind to it. Like you
Yeah.
are saying, if you've decided to and you want to do something, you will do it.
Do it.
So
Yeah.
it's all about you making the decision and then sticking to what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Hilda, you are really, really like making me think about a lot of things I've pretty much been avoiding or not opening my
You have to.
no, like no, like it's true. Because I think once we are close, we overlook a lot of things.
Oh,
We
true. Yeah.
overlook so many. Yes, we think, oh, we are all here, we are all here. So what again? But then when you start thinking about all these things, you're like, oh, I'm not doing so many things. I've just let so many things slide that I can do easily, but I'm just not doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything more?
And then the last one is the physical touch. So like maybe kissing, hugging, those kind of things. Like
Yeah.
we the lady or some ladies like to be cuddled and all those things. So if my
Mm-hmm.
language is cuddling and other things, I mean, I expect my partner to more time like
Do that.
have that
Yeah.
thing with me. Yes.
Yeah. That's
Mm-hmm.
true.
Yeah.
And we said this live was going to be 30 minutes, huh?
It's more
You
than
know, we are
30.
almost
Yeah, almost an hour.
we
Wow.
are almost an hour. Like there's a lot to talk about. Once we start talking about this, we have another thing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been insightful. If you guys have any comments, any
Yeah.
questions that you address, we are open to read it and then we can talk about it. Is there anything that you think we forgot to add that is a point to make a long distance relationship better? Or is there anything we said that you kind of disagree with? We can all have the talk and then see how best we are all going, because this is this is like a daily life thing. Everybody wants love and
Yes.
everybody wants someone who would understand them exactly how they are and then have that beautiful connection. So it's also important that we make time to understand the other people and things we can do to keep us both together. Hilda, I think you are definitely going to come again on this channel with another topic because I I am really enjoying this conversation, and from the feedback I'm getting, our audiences like it. So this is going to be something that we should be doing more often.
Yes.
And yes, so we have about a minute or two. If we don't get any other questions, we'll be wrapping it up to go and do other things. If there are anything, please, Hilda is here. Let's take advantage of her experience. Let's take advantage of her experience better ourselves and then see how, because this is not something that she has learned or is a practitioner of. This is something that she has personally experienced. So she's talking from her life. This is real life experience.
Yeah.
That's what she has done that has worked for her. And to date for 8 years,
It's no
you
joke.
have do well. You have do well. And then part of that was like 2 years apart. Young people, my own didn't work. My own didn't work. Hey, somebody says, "Oh, please don't stop! Oh, we shouldn't end the life. We shouldn't end the life." She says, "Good job, ladies! Wow, I'm loving this. Hey, us. That's nice." So we are very happy to have all of you. Hilda, any words you want to say? You want to say something?
Well, okay, what I can say is that, I mean, whatever relationship that you are in, whether short or long, just make sure that, I mean, you are putting in much effort. That is, if you want it to, progress or move to one stage to the other, you just have to be committed in much effort. And it should go both
Yes.
ways. It should be one person putting in that effort. No, you shouldn't do that.
Yes.
When you see that
Yes.
you are the one putting in that effort, much effort than your partner, I think it should be a red flag. I mean, you should get
Yes.
someone who love you and also you feel to be loved. You want to love
Yes.
someone, be loved as well. So you need to be committed to whatever you're doing. Trust your partner, communicate, avoid any form of insecurities and all those things. Like we women, we are jealous. We are the very jealous type. For me, I am very jealous. So, I mean, if I'm to see my partner with a lady, there are certain ways to handle or talk about the issue or talk about who that person is, right? Yes. So just be
Yeah.
committed, trust your partner, put in efforts, make sure that whatever you are doing or you're planning becomes successful. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Michael Gator says, well, he thinks that the long distance makes you feel loved all over
Mhm.
again. Because the love always feels new when you meet again. That
Yeah.
is true. I think I
Oh,
watched Hilda's coming to Ghana video. It's so emotional. You could feel it when they had hug and the whole
yeah.
let's go. But when you guys are all together, what do you
Oh,
miss?
oh,
Really nothing.
nah. Yeah, true.
Really nothing. Yes, that
Yeah.
is true. So we are very happy. I'm excited. I'm delighted that you joined me today for this live session. It has like inspired me to do more in my marriage that I am probably taking for granted, not even thinking about it to do. I
Okay.
really have to understand what my husband's love language is. I think you should be studying mine because I have quite a lot. My love languages are like you should study mine. When I finish this video, I'm going to record your part about the love languages and say, please start learning this because I'm learning yours. At the end of the day, we'll be writing final exams and Hilda is marking. So thank you so much for coming. I really
Thank
appreciate it. We will do this again. And thank you guys too for
you, guys.
watching and for making it interactive. Your comments helped us go on. So we are very happy that you joined and you participated. And it's been a nice 1 hour
Yeah.
conversation. Oh, it's 57, like almost an hour conversation. And I really hope we do this again. So it's always love from Gator and Angie and Hilda to
Bye.
you all. See you in another video. Bye, guys.